With ceasefire talks faltering in Gaza and with no clear off-ramp for the conflict on the Lebanon-Israel border, the daily exchanges of strikes between Hezbollah and Israeli forces have sparked fires that are tearing through on both sides of the front line. The blazes have consumed thousands of hectares of land in southern Lebanon and northern Israel, becoming one of the most visible signs of the escalating conflict. There is an increasingly real possibility of a full-scale war, one that would have catastrophic consequences for people on both sides of the border. Some feared the fire sparked by larger conflict would also cause irreversible damage to the land. In Israel, images of fire sparked by Hezbollah rockets have driven public outrage. Fires in Lebanon began in late April, earlier than usual fire season, and have torn through the largely rural areas along the border. Since the war began, the Israeli military has tracked 5,450 launches towards northern Israel. In Lebanon, officials and human rights groups accuse Israel of firing white phosphorus incendiary shells at residential areas in addition to regular artillery shelling and airstrikes. The Israeli military says it uses white phosphorus only as a smoke screen, not to target populated areas. But even in open areas, the shells can spark fast-spreading fires. The border clashes began October 8, a day after the Hamas-led incursion into southern Israel that killed around 1,200 people and sparked the war in Gaza. There, more than 37,900 have been killed, according to Gaza's health ministry. Hezbollah began launching rockets into northern Israel to open what it calls a support front for Hamas to pull Israeli forces away from Gaza. Israel responded and attacks spread across the border region. In northern Israel, 16 soldiers and 11 civilians have been killed. In Lebanon, more than 450 people, mostly fighters, but also 80 plus civilians and non-combatants, have been killed. Exchanges have intensified since early May, when Israel launched its incursion into the southern Gaza city of Rafah. For more updates, keep watching the Indian Express.